Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle begins at the end product of glycolysis. Three carbon molecules called pyruvate. Krebs cycle occurs in mitochondria, mostly known by people as the powerhouse of the cell. Outside mitochondria is consist of fluid or liquid part of the cell known as the cytoplasm, in where glycolysis occur. So, we focus in the mitochondria. It has an inner and outer membrane. Mitochondria's inner membrane is crista. However, if there are more than one, we call them cristae. A crista has outer and inner compartment itself. The inner compartment is called matrix, in which we will give focus into. So, we have this kind of preparation step for Krebs cycle. We call it pyruvate oxidation, in which it cleaves one of the carbon atoms off of the pyruvate that will end up into a 2-carbon compound called acetyl-CoA. And if this name is confusing, you can do web search right now, because I'm just going to use this word right now in order to see a big picture on it. Other than this, another preparation step is it also reduces NAD+ to NADH. The Krebs cycle gives accreditation for this step. However, keep in mind that this is only a preparatory step before entering Krebs cycle. Now, what we have is this 2-carbon compound acetyl-CoA, and we are now ready for the next phase, the Krebs cycle. Acetyl-CoA has been catalyzed by complex enzymes. Enzymes are just proteins that brings together materials that need to react. So, catalyzed by enzymes, acetyl-CoA merges with oxaloacetic acid, a 4-carbon molecule. These two things are highly active to each other. That's why they merge instantly. Remember that Krebs cycle are catalyzed by enzymes. So, combining these two here will form citric acid, which has the same description and one component of your lemonade and orange juice. Citric acid has 6 carbon molecules. Now, you have 2-carbon compound from acetyl-CoA and 4 carbon molecules from oxaloacetic acid. Combine these two, you have now citric acid, a 6-carbon molecule. See, it makes sense. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Citric acid is then oxidized over a bunch of steps. So, in this process, 2 carbons are cleaved off, resulting again into oxaloacetic acid. Citric acid is then oxidized over a bunch of steps. So, in this process, 2 carbons are cleaved off, resulting again into oxaloacetic acid. Let's talk about pyruvate. One of the processes that takes place after the total circulation in Krebs cycle, pyruvate will cleave off one carbon atom that goes out into the air as carbon dioxide. Similarly, with citric acid, when the 6 carbon molecules will be taken off one by one, carbon dioxide will be produced. Krebs cycle's idea is to generate NADH, ATP, and FADH2. This is a huge simplification. I'll show you how NADH are generated. One of this part, NAD+ reduces to form NADH. Another NAD+ molecule will reduce to NADH. Some ADP will turn into ATP. Some FAD gets oxidized to FADH2. These are actually the inputs needed for electron transport chain. So, this is what the cycle is all about. So let me explain to you again. From the pyruvate, a 3-carbon molecule will undergo pyruvate oxidation, a preparatory process before entering the Krebs cycle. During this stage, NAD+ will be reduced to form NADH. This cleaving off of one carbon atom will exhale carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. After this process, a remaining of 2-carbon molecule is now an acetyl-CoA. Oxaloacetic acid is reactive with acetyl-CoA. Therefore, they react instantly, producing citric acid, which can be found in our orange juice. So, a whole lot of this process will generate ATP from ADP, NADH from NAD+, and FADH2 from FAD with the help of some complex enzymes. So, let's show you a diagram of Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle.